Okay, so today I'm here making an update to my last video. It was generic Democrat versus Donald Trump, and a lot of people didn't think it was very accurate. And I read a comment under the video, and I definitely see why it wasn't accurate. So I am making an update to that video right now. So we're just going to start by filling in these safe states. And I am going to include Minnesota as a safe state because with a generic Democrat, traditionally Democratic states are going to stay in the Democratic column. I would also say New Mexico would probably be safe. I think that it wouldn't really be a toss-up this year. I am going to say Maine's 2nd Congressional District would not be a toss-up, simply because I don't know, I just don't think it would. I guess I'll leave Missouri as a toss-up. It would, well, actually, no, I think that would probably just be a poll closing call, so there you go, 197 to 164. We know, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give all of the Clinton states. I'm going to give all of the Clinton states to a generic Democrat, because a generic Democrat would be a much better candidate. Hillary Clinton was not necessarily the greatest candidate. She had a lot of, history. A lot of people really did not like her. And, also, she didn't campaign in the Rust Belt. And I think that the candidate in 2020, whoever it is, I think they're not going to make the same mistake she did. And I think even if they do lose the Rust Belt, they're still going to campaign there because they know that's all they need to flip to win the election. So then we go to, we'll start with states like Georgia, Arizona. We know those states are probably not flipping. North Carolina. If it was a great Democrat like Joe Biden or maybe Bernie Sanders, yeah, they could have a shot. But this is just a generic Democrat that's probably going to retain in the Republican column. Now we go across the Rust Belt. Now, again, they're not going to make the same mistakes, and this isn't a specifically bad candidate. And keep in mind, the Rust Belt is traditionally Democratic territory. A state like Michigan is probably not flipping. Pennsylvania, actually, no, that would be a flip from 2016, but I mean, probably not going to the Republicans. Pennsylvania, probably not going to the Republicans. Wisconsin, probably going to stay with the Democrats. It's usually Democratic territory, and since 2000, those 3 states have voted 4 of the 5 past elections. They have voted for the Democrats. And of course, Minnesota has been Democratic 5 out of the 5. In fact, they've been Democratic since 1976. So, but yeah, those 3 states are probably going to go back to the Democrats. Now, I'm not saying a generic Democrat would win in a landslide. In fact, I think Trump would definitely still retain a state like Ohio, Iowa. Iowa went for him by 9 points. I don't know how much Ohio was. But it would have to be a pretty good candidate to win Ohio. In a state like Maine, I could actually see a generic Democrat retaining Maine. Actually, no, I think Trump would retain Maine. I don't think a Democrat would flip it. But I think that could be the last time for a while that 2nd Congressional District goes red. And then a state like Florida, we're not factoring in a specific candidate. If it was a really good candidate, like I said, like Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders, yes, they would probably flip Florida, along with some other candidates. But this is just a generic Democrat. They're not a bad candidate, but they're not, they're not really good. So I think Trump would still retain Florida, and ultimately it would be a very narrow victory, 278 to 260. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I just felt I needed to do a little update because definitely the original version was not very accurate. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all next time.